Okay, we're back.
Hey y'all,
Marriages for who?
grown folks.
Marriages for grown folks.
Hmm.
We want to thank everyone who's been following, who's been watching, who's been asking questions and having comments
Hmm.
in the comment section about the content that you've heard. We are committed to relationships. We
We
are
are.
committed to those of you who are in a relationship and are looking for a different perspective, some
Hmm.
insight,
True.
some topic to initiate conversation in your relationship. So
Absolutely.
we hope that this is helping you, this is challenging you, this is offering you insight. We just want to simply help. Do we have all the answers?
Absolutely not.
But we are willing to do what? What you think we?
We are willing to share our story in hopes that it will help you guys not have to go through some of the issues that we went through.
Hardships.
Hmm.
But we also, in addition to that, we want to share our experience.
Yeah.
We want to address as much as you can handle
Hmm.
to help you in your relationship take it to the next level. So, we're going to talk today about safety.
Safety.
Safety is extremely important in a relationship. Why would you say? Tell us what you
You
think about
can't
that.
build without safety.
So you're going to hear us, I agree, you're going to hear us talk about several subjects in each video that we do, some more than others, but safety is key.
Hmm.
One of the things that we have committed to doing is undressing in front of you and again sharing where we have made mistakes, sharing where we have experienced barriers and
Absolutely.
roadblocks from our past, from our current, so that you could possibly avoid or get insight to move through whatever challenges you are as an individual
Hmm.
or a couple are having. And
Absolutely.
so safety, we are big on safety. I don't really think that anything can grow.
Hmm.
If it does grow, it is extremely difficult.
Hmm.
And so safety is key in the relationship. Our brother, I don't know if you heard him. We got to introduce you to him soon if you don't already know him. But our brother, Pastor Brandon Vassell, he said something that I think that he said that he came up with or he read. Either one, we giving him the credit. He said that safety means predictability.
Hmm.
So I know that for our relationship for an extended period of time, things were unpredictable.
Hmm.
I didn't know you.
Yeah. And I didn't know you.
All right. So things were unsafe.
Hmm.
We were unsafe to each other. We were unsafe to the other. And that really was a stage of discovery.
Hmm.
And so we want to cut open safety. We're going to play we're going to do a little exercise.
Oh.
Y'all love these
Buckle up,
exercises.
y'all.
You ain't got to buckle up. You need to see that off. Let's talk about what, remember what you said.
Hmm.
So you explain what femininity is. Give us your take. When you think feminine, you think what?
Femininity to me is a God given gift. It's just something that's built in every woman. A lot of us have covered it up because of pain or because we didn't really understand what it was supposed to do for us or because we saw it as a weakness. But we all have it. Like, just as a woman, you have this innate ability to be like nurturing and caring and to receive and to give back more.
Ooh. So it is for the man. He was wired to
Hmm.
be masculine, and there are just some qualities that we believe are innately in both sexes that differ from the other. And
Hmm.
so for a man, I think of protection.
Hmm.
I think of provision, not just monetarily, but the whole you. I believe that I should be able to speak to and protect all of you from your head to your toe. And so that promotes and produces safety.
Hmm.
If you are being who you originally were created to be by God in your essence as a woman
Hmm.
and feminine, and I do the same as a man, as a male,
Hmm.
then those energies complement one another.
Absolutely.
God gave man. This is our position. This is what we
Right.
believe.
Right.
God gave woman to the man to assist him in his function, in his call, in his vision, in the reason why God put him in the earth.
Yeah.
So You should compliment me,
Right.
and I should compliment you.
Absolutely.
When we are both doing that,
Mhm.
we should feel safe.
Absolutely.
So I got a question I want to ask you, then you're going to ask me. Are you ready?
Ready, guys.
Okay, I got to find out where I put my note at. Okay. Give me one thing that you need to feel safe?
One thing that I need to feel safe is to be heard.
Why is that linked to safety for you?
For me, if I know you hear me, then I know you know how to protect me, or you know what needs to be protected on the
Ooh.
inside of me.
So you need to be heard.
Mhm.
If you feel like you're being heard,
Mhm.
then that disarms you.
Yeah.
Ooh. So this is a nugget. It is imperative that you know what that other person that you're in relationship
Mhm.
with needs
Yeah.
to feel safe. Ain't much moving if we don't feel safe.
This is true.
There's not much in the positive
Mhm.
that is going to happen in the area, in the topic of cultivation and growth and
Mhm.
maturity. Much is not going to happen
Mhm.
if you are living in a constant state of defense.
Right.
If you are wearing the badge and wearing the shield of defense all day, how's that going to make you show up? Talk about that for me.
Closed off, isolated, standoffish. It could come off as you're angry or upset. I mean, I don't really think of anything positive when I think about somebody
Defense.
being on the
Can't sleep at
defense.
night.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
So if I want you to be feminine, if I want to provide an environment that assists you and that helps you
Mhm.
to remain feminine,
Mhm.
then I need to make sure that you feel heard, even if I don't agree with.
Yeah. I don't think that being heard means that you have to agree with everything I'm saying, but it means you're taking the time to just hear me
Ooh,
out
that's good.
and acknowledge what I'm saying.
Ooh, that's good. I can think of several months, years
Yeah.
where we were at a standstill
Just for
just
that.
at that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that can take some time to investigate. We
Mhm.
were a little bit knuckleheads when we first got, but we were young. If you don't
Yeah.
already know the story, we'll do another video and really tell you from the jump. But we got together very quickly, and
Very
so
quick.
we didn't have a lot of time to investigate and to learn the other.
Mhm.
Okay, ask me. You remember the question?
Okay. What do you need to feel safe?
Ooh, I need to feel like I can undress in front of you
That's good.
and be heard and still be loved and
Mhm.
still just be understood.
So what I hear you saying is you want a safe place to be vulnerable and know that you won't be rejected.
Come
With
on,
that, I'll hear you.
got to have it. Now listen, if you are in a prison at home,
Mhm.
if you're on defense, if you've
Yeah.
been institutionalized by your pain, and
That's a
you
good
are
way to
on
put it.
defense all day,
Mhm.
you're on defense all day, that produces anxiety.
Absolutely. A high level of anxiety.
And if someone during your day or my day, or your day,
Mhm.
jingles keys of freedom in front of your face,
Mhm.
and you are living in a state at home of self-protection,
Jesus.
you might take the keys
You might.
and let yourself out of the cage,
Mhm.
whether it's legal
Or illegal.
or illegal.
Yeah.
So safety is really not something that we believe that can be played with.
Right. It's very important.
Give another reason. Tell me something. Give us something else about why safety is imperative in a relationship. Can you think of anything else you want to add?
I just think that it's literally a part of the foundation of every relationship. So if you remove it, how can you build? So to me, that's why safety is so important because you can't eliminate it. It's like a vital organ in your body. Like you need your lungs. You can't just be like, I'm through with these. Like you gotta have them. Safety is something you have to have in a relationship if you plan on building. And what's crazy is like, even if it's just a platonic relationship, you still have to feel safe with that person if you're going to build and cultivate a relationship. Like there has to be a level of trust.
And if that trust is not there, there's always this underlying argument within ourselves.
Right.
Did this individual? I can't think about. I can't count how many times something happened during or happens during our day.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned the other day that you have to ask yourself, was it on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
When two people grew up or a stage of their life where who was it Celia that said all my life, who was Sophia?
Yeah.
Who said all my life I had to fight? Sophia said all my life I had to fight. So we see Sophia, she shows up initially as a hard woman, as a woman who's just rough around the edges. And if we open up and look at the dynamic of the relationship that she was in, it was full of pain. It was full of distress. It was full of heartache because she told you where she came from. I come from an environment that I feel like I always had to fight. And so when we talk about you complimenting me complimenting you, safety has to be in the foundation before that can even happen. A lot of couples that we've talked to, a lot of people that we've met down through the years, even us ourselves have spent an extended period of time in our life unsafe.
Yes, in some form or fashion.
And so transparency, one of the reasons why, will you speak to one of the reasons why we are so transparent on camera, off camera, when we're talking to couples and individuals about relationships, what that does?
I feel like somebody has to choose to show you what it really is, because so often we're sold a lie of this fairy tale that everything is going to be perfect. Once we get together, we're just going to be happy and have babies and do life. And that is one part of the relationship. But to me, I wouldn't even say that that's the core of the relationship, because if me and you are not healthy, we're not going to be healthy parents. We're not going to be healthy friends, siblings, children, ourselves. So
it's a necessity.
And vitally needed.
Want to give you another goal. We're going to give you another goal for your relationship, is to be able to move the relationship to the point where you can minister to me and I can minister to you. During my day and during your day, there are things that cause you to be afraid. There are things that might cause the two of us to cry during the day. There may be something that upsets us during the day. And if I can't feel safe with the person that I'm laying down next to every night, that is something that bears investigation.
Absolutely.
That is an area that warrants conversation to find out what that is, why that is, and if the other person knows that. So if
you have to have a place where you can disarm yourself. If not, then you're under constant stress, which so much research shows how many problems that can create, being under stress nonstop.
So it's counterproductive. I'm thinking about couples that we've talked to, that there is not an understanding of safety in that relationship, in how it affects the progressiveness of that building, of that union. So safety, you should ask the person that you're with what they need to feel safe. If you've reviewed it before, it warrants to ask again and to ask that person to tell you what they need to feel safe.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm like Joseph. I want to know, when I'm away from you, this is another goal for your relationship. What's something that you look forward to when we're apart, when we get back together?
A hug.
Why hug? Why hug?
To me, hugs kind of hit the reset button. It's like, okay, you're home now. You're in your safe place. You know, like you made it through your day.
Yeah.
So I love hugs.
Something that I look forward to is talking with you about my day, what I thought, what I felt, what I was afraid of, what made me angry, what made me sad, what tempted me, what encouraged me that day. Being able to talk to somebody without a filter, and being able to talk with someone about whatever's on my mind, to get insight, to get another perspective, to just get it
out,
here,
yeah.
to get it out with someone that I don't have to dress it up with because they know where I'm coming from. There are some people that you talk to during your day that you can't say it how you feel it. You have to process it first, and you got to push it down first, and you got to mix it up and find the right words. But when you have built relationship with somebody and they know you and you know them, this is a goal. This is why we argue. This is why we debate. This is why we fuss in our relationships. This is the reason why we write a plan down. This is the reason why y'all are watching this, because you want to build your relationship to the point where I can share with you who I am, what I am, with no judgment.
No judgment.
That's fully known.
Yeah.
And fully loved.
Yes.
So make that the goal. Make that the end goal or a goal.
Right. Strive towards it.
To the destination that you want your relationship to arrive in. So we don't mind. I really love the power of vulnerability and transparency, especially toward the negative, because even when you're talking to somebody who you're not in a romantic relationship with, I said we're counseling the couple, to see them disarm once you share something that you have failed at. It just automatically, and you got to have range when you're talking to somebody who is on defense, because they don't know if you're going to accept them or not. Now with us, our story, I think we probably didn't have it as rough as we did. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. But I did not know if she was going to fully accept me. She didn't know if I was going to fully accept her. So we both were nervous. Anything else you want to say about safety before we end?
I just think that if you are struggling with safety, investigate the why. Why am I afraid to build this with this individual? What's stopping me? Or what is the fear that's robbing me from the safety that I could have in my relationship?
Ooh, it could be something that they did to confirm it.
Right.
And it could be something that you brought into the relationship.
Right.
Knowing the difference of the two, knowing where that one line ends and one line continues is imperative.
Absolutely.
To investigate, and to your point, where that comes from and why, what makes you feel unsafe, makes you feel unsafe.
Absolutely.
I was talking to someone, I was talking with my hands. The same thing.
The same thing.
That's another episode.
Oh.
And nothing that I was saying. You still on. Nothing.
He triggered somebody with one of his own triggers from the past. It's very interesting. It does. It really does.
Nothing that I was saying was going in.
Yeah.
Had the right words.
When did you realize it in the conversation?
After I felt it, before I heard it or observed it. I felt that wall.
Resistance.
And so if you're in tune, if you're in tune with the person that you're with, you know when what you're saying most of the time ain't being received. It ain't being received. If they holler and you holler, it probably ain't.
It's not going in.
You can't. It's difficult, I'll say. We'll give you a little grade. To transmit and receive at the same time.
Okay.
So safety is important. This is grown folk talk. Why? Tell them why it's grown folk talk.
Marriage is for grown folks because it's not for immature people, and it takes a lot of work.
This will grow you.
It will.
This will make you grow up.
It does, but in a good way.
Make you look inside.
Yeah. Change is supposed to challenge you.
If it don't challenge you,
it ain't changing.
It ain't changing you. We got to go. Thank you for watching. Bye.